Coming to you live from the world headquarters of Concenture Wealth Management in the Gonzalez conference room. Hey, I hope this email finds everyone doing well. It's hard to believe we're in the middle of the year. It's hard to believe we're in the dog days of summer. But we wanted just to kind of touch base as we cross through past the first half of the year starting the second half of the year, and just wanted to kind of touch base. Wanted to kind of review where the market has been and what we said at the beginning of the year was going to happen, and then kind of give a real quick update as to what we think is going to happen as we move forward. When we started the year, we said that you want to be in dividend stocks, small company over large company, international, specifically emerging markets, and pay attention to cyclicals and make sure we were in those to take advantage of the profit cycle. That meant we needed to have money in financials, we needed to have money in energy, we needed to have money in big technology because that's not going away. We need to have money in travel and leisure. And so far, the first half of the year, those have been spot on. The S&P 500 as of today is up a little bit more than 14%, which would be a great year on any, if we could end the year now, that would absolutely be a fantastic year. So what do we think is going to happen as we move forward? Well, number one, I don't think that those themes have changed. First of all, by being defensive, by having dividend-paying stocks, by almost being a bit boring, I think that's where we're going to benefit as we move through. Because I'm pretty certain we're going to have volatility as we move into the third quarter and then maybe even into a big part of the fourth quarter, rather. Now, why? Well, it's the old dreaded snake eyes. And my grandfather, when he would bring us boys over and make us bring our pennies and we would play shoot the dice, he always said, don't get snake eyes, which was double ones, because that meant that you were done and you were out. As long as we don't get snake eyes, by that I mean inflation and interest rates, I think we're going to be just fine. I'm a little bit concerned about where we are with inflation because clearly the cost of living has gone up, whether it is energy or milk or bacon, I must be hungry, or the cost of a car, a used car in particular, which is absolutely incredible, or housing. All of those prices have all gone up. If those prices don't moderate, then we could be in for that could end up forcing the Federal Reserve to actually act a lot faster than what they should or need to. So interest rates. The next part is the Federal Reserve has told us that we have till basically they said they're on hold for doing anything with regard to interest rates until 2023. But I think given some of the economic numbers, they may change that tune when they meet at the end of July. So we just need to pay attention to that. Now, I don't think they're going to have the ability. I don't think that the economy is strong enough for them to go and raise interest rates significantly. But we have to be prepared. So as we move forward towards the end of the year, those themes that we started the year, those boring themes, big tech, dividend-paying stocks, energy, financials are places we want to be. If we start to see upticks in inflation, we're going to want to own commodity-based investments, and we're going to want to pay attention to some of those even more boring like utilities, real estate investment trusts, and treasury inflation protected securities or TIPS is where we're going to want to go. We'll pay attention to what happens with bonds. Municipal bonds will probably outperform corporate bonds given the current tax situation that it appears as if we may end up getting into. But I think that the market in general is on pretty solid footing. Companies' earnings are pretty good, and we are coming out of it. But as we move towards the end of the year, we'll definitely be in touch with you. Any questions, concerns, or thoughts you have, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Hope you're doing well. Have a fantastic summer. Stay cool, and we'll talk to you soon.